Welcome to Managing State with useState and useReducer. After watching this video, you will be able to explain the concept of state in React Native, illustrate how to use useState and useReducer hooks to manage state and compare these hooks and how to use them appropriately. A state is a crucial concept in React Native, enabling the creation of efficient and responsive mobile applications. State refers to a component's private, dynamic data. When the state changes, the component re-renders to display updated data in the user interface, UI. Understanding and using state management hooks like useState and useReducer are key to building reliable apps. Let's go through the importance of the state in React Native. The state lets your app update the UI dynamically based on user interactions, such as button clicks or text input. These updates ensure that the app responds promptly to user actions. It helps keep the UI in sync with the current data and application status, such as loading states or error messages, ensuring a consistent user experience. By managing states effectively, you can control how data is displayed and interacted with, enhancing the overall user experience and making the app more intuitive. Using state management hooks like useState and useReducer leads to cleaner, more maintainable, and scalable code, making it easier to manage and update the application. Lastly, proper state management improves component reusability and maintainability, as you can design components to work independently with their state. This makes them easier to reuse across the application. The useState hook is an essential tool for state management in React Native. It is beneficial for managing simple state changes, such as updating the UI based on user input. State is the current value of the state. setState is a function used to update the state. Initial state is the initial value of the state when the component first renders. In this example, we'll create a simple light or dark mode toggle feature for a React Native app. Users can switch between light and dark themes. The provided code consists of the following components. Theme toggle component uses the useState hook to manage the theme state of the app. IsDark mode is a Boolean state that determines whether the app is in dark or light mode. setIsDark mode is a function that toggles the theme by switching the isDark mode state between true and false. Toggle theme is a function that toggles the isDark mode state. Next, let's learn about useReducer. The useReducer hook is ideal for managing complex state logic that involves multiple state variables or actions. It helps in scenarios where state changes are based on specific actions, allowing you to handle state updates predictably. State is the current state object. Dispatch is a function used to dispatch actions to the reducer. Reducer is a function that processes actions and returns a new state. Initial state is the initial state object. In this example, we use useReducer to manage a user form with name, email, and phone fields. Let's look at the initial setup section first. Initial state defines default values for form fields such as name, email, and phone, initially set to empty strings. useReducer initializes state with a reducer function and initial state. It returns the current state and a dispatch function to handle state updates. The following section is the reducer function. Reducer processes the actions and updates the state accordingly. Update name updates the name field in the state. Update email updates the email field in the state. Update phone updates the phone field in the state. Reset resets the form fields to their initial values. In the Handling Input Changes section, text input ties each input field's value to the component state. OnChange text dispatches an action with type, update name, update email, update phone, and payload input text. The reducer updates the state based on this action. Lastly, in the Form Submission and Reset section, Submit button calls handle submit, which logs the current state to the console. Reset button dispatches a reset action, clearing the form fields and returning the state to its initial values. The component re-renders when the state changes. This rendering process ensures that the form displays updated values and maintains consistency with user interactions. Let's understand when to use useState and useReducer in React Native. You should use useState for simple state updates such as toggling Boolean values, updating a single field, or managing a simple counter. For example, managing a form field with text input, where changes are straightforward and do not involve multiple state updates. Whereas you can use useReducer for complex state management, where multiple sub-values are involved or where subsequent state changes depend on previous state values. For example, when you handle a form with multiple fields, each with its own validation rules, different actions will lead to various state updates. After completing the form and selecting Submit, the browser console will display the form details. In this video, you learned that state management is crucial for developing interactive applications in React Native. The useState and useReducer hooks are two methods for handling state, each suited to different scenarios. useState is ideal for simple, single-state changes, and useReducer is better for managing complex state operations involving multiple processes or sub-processes.